A question often asked to myself and the Ross Phazor band members is, how did you guys come up with the name Ross Phazor, and what does it mean? Well, there is no simple answer, and there are many. Jake 21st Century Bluesman recalls, well, that's me. All of us were in gym class at Melrose High School, except for Jay, who went to Reading High School. He was a rich kid in a rich town. Anyway, rest of us, we had a gym teacher named Ross Phazor. He gave us all sorts of heck due to our frail and slender bodies and our long hair. Our hair really wasn't that long, but it was longer than his. He was as bald as a used tire. Phazor would line us all up as sitting duck targets in the middle of the gym floor, while all the starting lineups of all the varsity teams would pummel us with those red rubber balls they used back then for dodgeball and bombardment, as it was called back in the day. Phazor would laugh at us and mock us while we took our severe dodgeball beatings by the jocks. He would call us names such as Ted Nugent, Mick Jagger, and yell to us, "Hey, Led Zeppelin, how was Woodstock?" Wah! Well, when we played our first gigs and we needed a band name, I jokingly said, Ross Phazor, in memory of our old jerk gym teacher, Ross Phazor. But we altered the moniker slightly to protect the innocent. Lead singer Roger recalls, he was talking to me on the phone trying to come up with a band name. Roger saw his brand name, Ross Microphone. Then he looked over across the room and he saw his effects machine, which was a phaser. Then he said, "Hey lad, let's call ourselves Ross Phazor." Now the other guys in the band believed the name was taken directly from the guitar effect pedal called a Ross Phazor. However, nobody in the band had one at the time or knew of it then. But it is indeed a strange coincidence. Many fans believe the name Ross Phazor was Roger's stage name, and eventually people began calling Roger Ross Phazor or Ross. Critics snidely commented that Ross Phazor was a low-budget superhero, but that's okay. Nobody can agree 100% as to which name origin is correct. Perhaps they all are correct, and each account is merely a small time slice of the name involvement in the band's lore. We gigged about once or twice a month for about 6 months, and we built a following and got better at gig, and I continued to write new songs. We would play wherever we could, backyard, front yard, basement, colleges, bars, living rooms. We just like to play music for people. Our fan base grew as we continued to gig. December 1986 at University of Massachusetts Amherst turned out to be our final gig in the 1980s with all 5 of us together. It was our most favorite and memorable gig ever as we shared the stage with Schultz and the Wonder Donuts. The Wonder Donuts showed up late as they were stopped by state police for possession of baby doll heads and other random legal yet bizarre paraphernalia. When the Wonder Donuts finally arrived, we let them take the stage, and boy did they take it. They immediately ripped into their hit single, Chicken Nuggets, while we, Ross Phazor, hit the ground a-roaring with laughter. These guys were that good. Finally, the building janitor pulled the plug on Schultz and threatened that if the Wonder Donuts continued to perform, then Ross Phazor would be shut down too. Schultz and the Wonder Donuts may have been quite loud, yet they were extremely entertaining. We loved those guys. Unfortunately, we have no pictures or video of this classic Schultz and the Wonder Donuts performance. In 1987, Jake, that's me, heard the draft might be reinstated, so I decided to join the service to get the job of choice before any draft came around again. Sure enough, I joined the service in 1988, much to the chagrin of Ross Phazor bandmates. However, they supported me and wished me well, and also informed me there was no draft. The remaining 4 members of Ross Phazor continued to rehearse and gig until their final gig on Halloween 1988, as shown in this rare live footage. Soon after that final gig on Halloween 1988, Roger amicably parted ways with the other guys in Ross Phazor, as different musical directions were being pursued. I continued life in the service as I really enjoyed the food. Eventually, I did realize that there indeed was no draft, but by then, I was nearing completion of a career. Well, once I left the service, I had to find something to do. So I called my old friends in Ross Phazor, and they welcomed me back. Well, I wrote some new songs for a new record album. CDs as they're called nowadays. That story will be told at a later time. But this was the story of Ross Phazor. And we're sticking to it. I'm Jake, 21st Century Blues Man. Peace out, everyone, and stay positively cool.